going to Rio, and the driver is here in maybe 2 minutes.
Did you sleep well?
Yep. I struggled a little bit, but after that,
is usually not here.
Yeah.
No have a traffic for car.
Driving.
But tomorrow is a big party for the religion,
Yeah.
and many people is welcome to church.
Mas não se cansa de você, Mama África, a minha mãe é mãe solteira e tem que fazer mamadeira.
Hello everyone, we've arrived to Rio de Janeiro. It took us like 9 hours by van to get here, but finally we are here. Sun has already started to get down and we are here at Copacabana beach checking out a little bit about the sights, and next we will go to Heavy Beer, the venue, to check out Where's My Bible's last show in Brazil. So it's gonna be a bit farewell to today because it's the last show of their tour, but I expect that it's gonna be their best show so far, so looking forward to it.
It has been a really awesome tour. We have enjoyed, and everything has gone like really good. Small bumps here and there, but still like very good. Very good.
Onko ollut Jarkko? Jarkko. Sitten löydettiin yksi paikallinenkin.
Yes. Yeah. Hello. Today's gig will be a little extreme because we are missing our guitarist. Tony is sick in a hotel and not feeling well. So today we have to hit it on the stage without him and make it so hardcore.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay, but feeling sad about that.
Yeah.
something out lyrics. Maybe.
Sabadão, acompanha a peça com like, porquinho, cara de porra, uma oficina. Quero ver todo mundo aqui também. E agora com vocês nesse palco, para destruir essa casa, a galera da Finlândia.
Let's do it. Where's my Bible right now? Right here, man. Let's do it.
It's for Finnish and it's like, let's fucking drink.
But she like a G, she like a gold guys. Let's Carol.
Very much for coming to Rio. It's not an obvious town, it's not an obvious town, but thank you very much. That was fucking awesome.
The tour is over. It was fucking amazing. What the fuck, the fans, clouds, never can expect better. Today we played without guitarist Tony because health issues. It was super sad, but I hope we will come back soon so Tony can enjoy too.
Yeah, it was sad to play without Tony, but still we made it and the crowd was crazy. Holy shit. Thank you all.
Yeah, just goosebumps, what the fuck. South America, keep it.
Yeah, you're not the rock star, but you're the guy that makes the rock star.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about, I have 10 minutes to talk about this project. I could talk only about Marcos about 10 minutes. So it's the given time that I have, so I try to explain a little bit how it began and how basically the first part of this project is now basically ending. So Come to Latin America is a Finnish music export project, and it's turning to be a hub for metal music in South America and connection between Latin America and Finland. So we are trying to discover the next big Finnish metal name. So that was the basic idea to start with the project in 2020 of all the years, which we all remember, which was a horrible pandemic that started in the beginning of 2020. And we just discovered in the beginning of 2020 that we got the funding to make this project happen, to bring more new bands to the market in South America and Latin America, new Finnish bands that are growing, that are on this level that they can take the next step. So what happened was that there was a lot of discussions when the pandemic.
Chaos Scene is today here at the Consulate of Finland in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and we have the tour manager of Come to Latin America band project, Jules Never, here as guest. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good, all good. So the tour is now over. So as a tour manager, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, I'm more used to going on tours in Europe, and of course I had a very good idea of how the tour will be here in South America. Lots of flying, lots of different hotels, a lot of logistics, a lot of moving around in different vehicles. So my idea about how it will be was pretty much accurate about how it was. So this was my first time as a tour manager for Where's My Bible on their South American tour, and yeah, it was actually as I thought it was. Very tiring, a lot of kilometers. You fly to many places, especially the first part of the tour, because there were 4 different countries that we were needed to fly, and a lot of inside flying, like domestic flights, for example, in Argentina, and then back and forth, going from Buenos Aires to somewhere and returning back to Buenos Aires, and then going to somewhere else, and especially now we are going back to back, like Sao Paulo, Rio, Sao Paulo, 2 or 3 times, I don't remember anymore. So there's a lot of different kind of factors that are very different from when you're touring Europe. So, but my experience was absolutely amazing. The guys are super professionals, easy to work with. I knew that already right from the beginning, because if you would put like a band that doesn't have that much experience yet, and you put them to tour here, it might get very, very complicated at some points with all things considered. So this time around, I knew that this band has already a lot of experience, and definitely, of course, this touring experience was new for them to come make this kind of a tour, and now they are like have a bag full of good tools to work around with, like for future tours. So this was very, very successful, and I'm very happy and very satisfied with the outcome of this tour.
The whole thing was, the original idea was that we want to make this happen, to bring the new bands here, to present the new bands here, and the winner band that wins the competition, of course, Where's My Bible? They were voted by the key countries' music listeners, metal music listeners, so that was the idea, that the audience hears them and they vote for them. So then we discovered that Where's My Bible was the most voted bands among the people who voted, who were listening to these bands, and we made a campaign through the media presentations and media company partners, through Nuclear Blast South America, which contacted so many. I think we got like maybe 500 media hits on all over Latin America, so which was absolutely fantastic. So we knew that the bands are getting the coverage, and then the key idea was that when we have the winner, we need to bring them here to play shows that are meaningful, shows that actually have value. So we made a contact with Shanino Discos. Kaka is here presented, and we created a fantastic connection with Shanino, and we could make this happen. That's Where's My Bible will play with Ratos de Porão in 5 different shows in South America, and after that continue on their own shows for Brazil. So this was something that's basically the project's first phase is now ending because the tour is done, and now we have a fantastic table to start creating something new and something for the future. So we are very, very excited about that.
Come to Latin America project. What's your like summary of it now? When you've been part of it for like, I don't know, 2 years or something?
Yeah, actually maybe 3 years, because we started in the beginning of 2020, and that's when the whole planning phase started. And for me, this marks the end of the project first phase. That was the goal, to have the band competition, and that resulted to the winning band to play here. And now that the tour is over, then for me this is kind of like the end of the project first phase. At least it's easy for me to think about like this in my head. So whatever the future holds for the project's second part is yet to come.
So what were like your own personal highlights for this Latin America tour?
Definitely the connections with the local professionals here and the local stakeholders who play in this work in this area of music and culture. Promoters, journalists, musicians. Definitely that was the highlight, and also to work with great people like Marcos and Gerard from Nuclear Blast, and create these connections, and they will definitely hold together for future to come and future things to plan ahead. So to make these connections, and also to cooperate and make some shared goal that we go together to somewhere. That was definitely the highlight for me, to work with the locals here, especially in Brazil, because I live in Brazil, so that was very nice experience.
So these are some of the results, what we got from the project. So the whole idea was to actually make an impact, make interest towards Finnish metal, new bands, and so these were basically from the continents or key countries that we had a lot of, especially for the final 3 bands. There was a lot of coverage on many kind of. I think the biggest coverage were from Brazil, and Chile got very interested about this project, and Argentina. So that was we are really happy about the results. A little bit about the media banks in Latin America that took part of the project in somehow sharing news, making interviews, making stories, and of course there's also Finnish media also here, so don't be confused about the Latin America. There's Inferno, Imperium, Chaos, Stalker, those are all Finnish.
We were part of the Brazilian leg of the tour, and all those shows that the band played were like very packed, and people really seemed to like the band, and even they were yelling like Finland is awesome in the audience. So why, in your opinion, is like that a lot of like Brazilian people like Finnish bands?
I think a part of it is maybe because our country has a brand of Finnish metal. We have that brand, and many people here know it. Many people know that many metal bands, they come from Finland, and they are interested in new bands that enter here for the market. So whenever there's a new Finnish band that has never been playing around here in this continent, I think that people automatically have like a certain amount of interest to check it out. Like, okay, it could be something interesting. So people come out of pure interest, and of course people then check out like, okay, this band is coming here to play. I have no idea about them now, and check it out what it is. They listen to it like, interesting, I'm gonna watch them. So of course that kind of creates this certain circle of coming and going. So I think this is very important that we keep this alive, because it's super important that more new generation Finnish metal bands are entering the markets, because that was also one of the main principles or main goals for the project, to introduce new bands to the market that because we see many Finnish bands that already are very successful here. They keep coming back, of course, because they have that demand and they have their base here already. But we need to create the same base for the new generation bands that we need to have them also here, so that we have the continuation and also the next generation will have it. So let's create something that is more in the future and more like we see already, like I see the whole thing already in 20 years ahead. So I think that's important in that.
So you've obviously lived here for already quite a long time, and obviously before living in Brazil you lived in Finland. So what do you see like the main like similarities between the Brazilian Finnish metal scene, or on the other side like the differences between the like metal scene here and the metal scene in Finland?
Well, the similarities is just pure love for the music, and it's very passionate, I think, in everywhere. The metal scene is such a united front in everywhere. You have a friend if you go to anywhere in the world as a metal fan, as a metalhead, and you go to any kind of festival here or in Finland or wherever in the world, you're among friends. So it's easy to interact. It's super. That is something that definitely unites everybody who are in the scene, and it's something that we love and something that we get a lot of strength from, because it's our tribe. So it's our global tribe, so to speak. So about the differences, well, of course, things are done differently in many places. There might be some sort of differences in how you produce something, or how you create something, or how you plan something. And for Finnish people or European people who are used to in more kind of tight schedules or strict schedules, in here in some certain occasions it can be a little bit more flexible, which is totally fine, because then in the end things will happen, of course, and whatever it is planned, it will happen. But it's not like the principality here is not like something like you have to be on the clock or something like this, or it's something that it will definitely happen, but not necessarily like right on that point where you thought that it would happen. So, but there are some differences also that I think that is very interesting, because especially in Brazil, the extreme music is very, very popular in the underground, and metal here is something that a lot of grindcore, death metal, and these kind of bands, they are really, really like coming out strong, and there are really, really incredible bands in the scene, like bands that are still like, I don't know why, but this band has to be already, in my opinion, should be way bigger in Europe already. It's called Desalmado, which is from Sao Paulo. Very cool death metal band, and of course the bands that are now getting way bigger already, that are from the same Crypta and Nervosa. These are not like let's say mainstream metal bands. These are all like grindcore, death metal, thrash metal, so extreme music. So this is something very interesting, because we still have, if you compare this, like let's say in Finland, because I think that's a good example. The bands that are new bands that are being promoted are, in my opinion, they go already in the vein of mainstream metal, in a way.
Quite close.
So in here is very different. So of course, if there would be some band that would definitely hit right at it and get that audience right, I think they would of course be more promoted here. But the audience, they vote with what they like. So the extreme music is way more popular here than in Finland. There's going to be creation of a hub, something that we will hope to see, that the connection between South America, Latin America, and Finland with the metal scene, that is going to be stronger, going to be more interactive, more things are going to happen, and of course we are excited about what sMyBible has done here. The idea that the band comes here and basically leaves their calling card with a strong presentation, and this is exactly what happened. So
We are talking about the future already for this band, and this was the whole idea that we can create something that helps the new bands to come here, and something will happen and something will continue. So this will definitely continue, and this was the whole idea. It would make no sense at all make a project or an impact for a band and you would just stop right there like, okay, ciao, go back home, that's okay. That was it. No. The idea is to see more in the future with the bands, and the bands have the chance to grow in this market, because we see that this market is at the moment one of the most important ones. It's growing exponentially. People are listening to more music. If you can look at the global music reports, you can find out that Latin America is the most growing music market in the world at the moment with percentagely. So it would be very, very idiotic not to invest to this continent.
And I'm really happy that the goal from the beginning, it resulted to a very successful tour for Where's My Bible, with a very successful cooperation with Chaminio Discos. And of course I want to thank Marcos and Gerard on my behalf, who are absolute fantastic people to work with. Everybody who made this happen, and Blood Blast Music Distribution, of course. So for us and for me personally, it was a fantastic experience to dig more deeper into this culture and in this scene here, and I'm very looking forward to what the future holds.
Thanks.